Hello and welcome to the first of our weekly Soccer Saturday Super 6 Preview shows. I'm Jeff Stelling, and each week, along with the help of a special guest, we'll be imparting our pretty dubious wisdom in the hope of helping you win the £100,000 jackpot. Now, this week, being the first week of the Premier League season, it's not £100,000 that you're playing for. We have a double jackpot, £200,000 at stake. This season, we also have more prizes on offer, special bonuses for those of you getting 3, 4 or 5 predictions right. Details of all of that, of course, on the website. Now then, let's take a look, shall we, at this week's fixtures for this opening Super 6 of the Premier League season. Blackburn Rovers take on Wolves at Ewood Park. That's our first game. Fulham against Aston Villa. Liverpool versus Sunderland. Queen's Park Rangers against Bolton. Spurs against Everton, and Wigan against Norwich City. That's our Super 6. Get those 6 right, and you'll be £200,000 better off. Now, our special guest this week is Jamie Redknapp. We've asked Jamie to take a look at the game of the week, and the game of the week this week is Spurs against Everton. He's been giving his thoughts to Ed Draper.
Well, thank you, Jeff. It is a big game. A tough one, I suppose, for Tottenham to start with Harry Redknapp's son of Sky Sports pundit, Jamie, of course. It's a tricky one to necessarily call, this one, isn't it?
It is. I'll be there, actually. I'll go and watch that game on Saturday. I think Everton fans will be disappointed with not too many additions to the squad, and same for Tottenham, probably. Everton, always bad starters, aren't they, in the league? And they seem to struggle, and they will become good towards the end of the season. I think Tottenham will just edge it. I think the home advantage. But Everton will, I think they'll score maybe 2-3-1 to Tottenham.
Yeah, what do you go for? Because Super 6, they have to nail it down, the prediction. Would it be a 2-1 or 3-1?
I'll go 3-1 Tottenham.
OK, we've got a good big win for Tottenham, starting well against Everton there, Jeff. 3-1 victory is our call.
Back to you, Jeff.
So, Jamie going for Spurs, and I have to say, I agree with him. Maybe not by 3-1, but I reckon with Everton, traditionally very slow starters. We usually talk about relegation for them, don't we, until Christmas or so. I think Spurs can win this one by a goal to nil. They've only lost 1 of their last 6 against Everton. The other games, well, at Ewood Park, Blackburn Rovers take on Wolves. Wolves have got a shocking record at Ewood. They've lost their last 4 there and conceded 12 goals in doing so. But I do like the fact they've bought Roger Johnson. Blackburn, I think, are going to have a real struggle this season. No significant signings for them. Wolves hopeless on the road last season, admittedly. Only 12 points from their Premier League fixtures. I think they'll get off to a better start this time round. I see this finishing Blackburn 1, Wolves 1. Alec McLeish needs a flying start at Aston Villa, doesn't he, to get some of those Villa fans on his side. He's made some good signings. Shay Given, excellent goalkeeper. Charles Nzogbia could have gone to even bigger clubs than Villa. He'll be a big bonus for them. Well, I think there's a bit of a question mark over Martin Jol's Fulham side. I wonder who's going to score the goals for Fulham if Bobby Zamora doesn't. And for that reason, I go for Villa to win down at Craven Cottage by a goal to nil. A lot expected of Liverpool and Kenny Dalglish this season, isn't there? Kenny's made some great signings, no question about that. I'm looking forward to seeing Carroll, Suarez, Downing and Charlie Adam all in the same side. But pre-season, it's worth bearing in mind, they were shocking defensively. Sunderland haven't won at Anfield since 1983, but of course Steve Bruce has been out there, been busy shopping. And I like some of his buys as well. I think Sunderland will have a good season. And bearing in mind that Liverpool have that shaky defence pre-season and probably could still do with a centre-half, I think they'll score at least once. Won't be enough, though, Liverpool to get off to a winning start by 2-1. Queen's Park Rangers are new boys to the Premier League, of course. They take on Bolton Wanderers. And I always reckon it's dangerous to oppose newcomers to the Premier League in the opening week or 2. It's going to be a slog for Queen's Park Rangers, but they have bought a couple of proven strikers in Jay Bothroyd and DJ Campbell. And Bolton will envy them that, because with Almanda gone and Sturridge back to Chelsea, you wonder who is going to score the goals for Owen Coyle's side. And for those reasons, even though I like Chris Eagles, who's joined from Burnley, I reckon that Rangers can get off to a winning start. They'll need the points by the end of the season as well. Rangers to beat Bolton in an upset by a goal to nil. Wigan take on Norwich in the last of our Super 6 games, and Wigan lost 4-0 on the opening day of last season against newly promoted Blackpool. Will history repeat itself? Well, not by 4-0, I don't think, but Wigan are weaker this season No question about that. Charles and Zogbia has gone. They've lost their last 3 opening day fixtures, in fact. I think that trend will continue. Norwich scored in 20 of their 23 away games last season. They've got plenty of goals in them. They signed Steve Morrison as well, which will add to their goal threat. I like Paul Lambert. He's destined for the big time. And I think Norwich will get off to a flying start. I see them winning at Wigan by 2-1. So here's a quick check on my Super 6 predictions this week. I reckon it'll finish all square at Ewood Park. Blackburn 1, Wolves 1, Fulham 0, Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 2, Sunderland 1, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Bolton 0, Spurs 1, Everton 0, and Wigan 1, Norwich 2. And that's how simple it is. Just go to skysports.com/super6 and predict the outcome of 6 games before 3 o'clock on Saturday. And this Saturday, you can be £200,000 richer. It's a double jackpot. It's absolutely free to play as well. I'll be back next week with some more expert help. We'll also check up on just how Jamie and I did with our advice this week. Have a great weekend and the very best of luck.